Hello guys, welcome to this UPSC CSAT Prelims Paper 2 lecture series. This first lecture will be dealing with problems of syllogisms. So we'll be looking into the basic type of Venn diagrams, some special cases, tips, tricks and their applications and some sample problems. So these four are the basic type of Venn diagrams which you get in syllogisms. Okay, so these are the four statements, and using these four statements and the Venn diagrams given here, you can solve all the problems. So it is nothing very complicated or involved. Whatever is in statement form, you are representing it in a diagrammatic form, in a Venn diagram form. So it is required of you to understand these very deeply, spend some time on this slide and understand these Venn diagrams properly, pause the video here and yourself make effort and draw these and have all these on your fingertips. All these diagrams should be on your fingertips for a given case. So we'll go one by one. So all A or B, a very simple case, all A or B, it can be represented in two ways. The first thing, all A or B, all the elements are same. And the second case, all the elements of A are falling within B. Now in the second case, no A or B or all A are non-B. Again, very simple. There is no intersection at all between A and B. This is how you draw the Venn diagram for this statement. Now, in the third case, some A or B can be represented in all these three ways. So, some A or B, some of these elements of A and B are intersecting, and here also some A or B in the sense all of the elements of A are falling within B, and here some A or B in this region, some of the elements of A are B. Then we have some A are not B. So all this region of A is not falling within B. So some A are not B. And when there is no intersection at all also, it can be told as some A are not B. And some A are not B in this way also we can represent all this region, some A are not B. Then we have this case, only A are B, A alone are B, none but A are B, none else but A are B. In all these four scenarios, this is the Venn diagram which we get. Special cases, there is nothing to worry about. It is just English grammar. The word all can be also told in the form of every, each and any. And the word some, for the word some, all these words can be used. Most, a few, mostly, generally, frequently, often, usually. So now let's look at some tips, tricks and their applications. So first tip is, try to prove each conclusion to be wrong. Even if in one case the conclusion is wrong, you eliminate that option. And if one statement is of the form all A or B, then it's better to start drawing the Venn diagram from that statement. And in general, don't get boggled in drawing Venn diagrams. Some are very obvious. So some questions are very obvious. So first glance the question, that is the statement and conclusions, to decide how to approach and then draw the Venn diagram. Then if one of the statement is confusing or difficult to draw the Venn diagram, please don't waste your time on it. It might not even be required to arrive at the conclusion. Some of the statements might not even be required to arrive at the conclusion, or you might not even require to draw them. So be careful on this, especially in the case of UPSC CSAT paper 2. Okay, so now let's look into some problems. So the first example is very simple. The first example is all A or B form only. The first statement is all actors are right-handed. All actors are right-handed. So let's draw that. All actors are right-handed. This is the diagram for right-handed. So all A are B form, and all right-handed are artists. So all right-handed are artists. Now what is the conclusion? We have to check. Some artists are actors. Some artists are actors. That is true, that because this lies within this, so some artists are actors is correct. Now let's move on to the second example. This is also exactly same, all A are B form. So all engineers are innovators. Let's draw that. All engineers are innovators. And what the second statement telling us? All students are engineers. So this is engineers, and inside that we are drawing students. So all students are engineers. Now look at the conclusion. First says all innovators are students. No, because in this area we don't have students. So all innovators are not students. And the second conclusion is what? All students are innovators. Yes, that is correct, because students completely lies within innovators. So that is our answer. Okay, so now let's look at the third example. So this is a UPSC 2012 year problem. So none but students are members of the club. This is simply of the form none but A are B. So let's draw this now. None but students are members of the club. So we draw students first, and here we have members of the club. What is the second statement? Some members of the club are married person. Okay, let's draw that now. Some members of the club are married persons. All right, some A or B form. And what is the third statement? All married persons are invited for the dance. All A or B. So all married persons. Let's draw that also now. All married persons are invited for the dance. So this is the Venn diagram which we get for this problem. So let's look at the conclusion. What is A? A says that all students are invited for the dance. Is it true? No. All students are not invited for the dance. Only this region students are invited for the dance. Second is all married students of the club are invited for the dance. All married students of the club are invited for the all married students, that is this region. All married students of the club are invited for the dance. So that is correct. So that is our answer. B is our answer. Thank you very much. Please do subscribe, share and like. Jai Hind.